So I didn't really have a plan for this video, but I guess this is the last day in the Burrow. This used to be the Burrow, creative space for artists, entrepreneurs, anything like that to come down, sell, play music, network, do their thing. And sadly, we couldn't make it happen in this space. I guess for a little background on the Burrow, I went to New York. I got super inspired by the Artists and Fleas Market, and I was like, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna open this in Raleigh. Raleigh needs this. Kind of around the winter time, I had a friend pass away. That really kind of shocked me a little bit. He passed. He was like 27, and I was 27 at the time. I saw him one Friday night, and I found out Monday that he was gone. So I think a combination of New York and that just kind of showing me that if you need to do something, you want to do something, you got to do it now. So because of that, the Burrow happened. It took a couple months, found some investor money, and it opened. Grand opening was October 4th, I believe, of last year. So it's been a couple months. At first it was doing well, but over time it just kind of became a bigger monster than I was ready to deal with and handle. Through the process, I've gained a lot of friends. I've made a lot of connections. Networking has been great, but I've also lost a lot of friends and lost some important people in my life. And I think over time, just running two businesses, technically three, but running two storefronts just kind of got to me. I kind of woke up one day and I was just like, I can't keep doing this. My actual thought was I need to stop the bleeding because it's just kind of like too much of an uphill battle. Closed, I think, officially in the end of April / first week of May, and the last 3 weeks to a month we've just been moving out. Everything off the walls, everything's gone, minus some screw holes and a little bit of painting that we have to do at some point. A lot of people ask me, like, how did I get to this point? Like, what was I thinking when I opened the Burrow? Kind of how it started, and that's kind of how it started. One of it was kind of to be, production, so you can come down here, produce your products in your room, and over there. You can sell it out here. You can network out here. You can promote on the street. You can just do a one-stop shop for everything. And it became too much. Like, that is great to have a one-stop shop, but I don't know, I think it takes a lot more money, a lot more like dedication, and a lot more planning than I originally thought it did. Kind of YOLO'd it. And you're trying to do something, go out and do it because it's worth at least trying. But I think in my case, I kind of went a little too hard. My friend passing really made me think that, like, you don't have a lot of time, so you gotta at least try it. Like, if you fail, you fail. But I also think that there's a way of trying something and still having that good work-life balance and still being there for people in your life. And there's the time when you just go balls to the wall. Some people can go balls to the wall and kind of just focus on their business and that's it. And some people need to scale and scale their business with their life and not do it all at once. And I think I need to scale my business with my life. And if it happens, then it happens and it's great. But if it takes away from other things that bring me happiness and that take me away from just the 24-hour grind of being a small business person, then I gotta scale, because it's not easy. It's not easy, especially something this size. Like having to manage people, having to manage the money, having to manage the time, customers, Instagram, while doing a whole other business. It was a little too much. I also would say if your business involves a lot of different components and a lot of different people, just make sure that your business isn't reliant on other people being there. There have been like a lot of great ideas and a lot of great people that have come through, but there's something about having to like rely on someone else to make your business flourish, or relying that vendors will see your vision and kind of not having them locked in. It's a lot. It's a lot having a lot of hands in the pot. It's good because that means you're networking, you have people that believe in it and everything, but it's also bad because you gotta be the head, you gotta be the main one, with the vision, and you have to be the main one kind of leading the pack. And it's hard when you have like the financial struggles of like having to make rent and everything, and then you have the other people that are helping you out, but they have their own things going on and their own reasons why they might have to pay a couple of days late, or you need the money in your bank account, but they send it to your Cash App or Venmo, and you have to like transfer it, and all those things are small, but when they add up, it becomes a lot. With a strong team and the right people, and a very good focus, the Burrow could have worked out in this space. I had a strong team. I think that we just weren't focused on one or two or three things. We kind of got sidetracked through the middle. The first couple months were great with vendors, when like music and events started coming through, and once we weren't able to do the live music and events anymore, it was kind of just like too hard to do retail down here. And I think we all got a little burnt out on. And then when it came to kind of refocusing on retail and retail only, we were all kind of burnt out. And by the time retail was kind of slow and we had to put a lot into it, we just didn't have it in us anymore to keep pushing. I know that in a different location, kind of something floor level, street level, the Burrow would work out 100%. But it's just really hard to get people to walk down a flight of stairs or take an elevator down to a retail spot. We didn't really get those big families coming from out of town that are just like, oh, let's stop into this, like let's just walk into here. I feel like people would look down and see like a weird sketchy alley and think like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna bring my children down there, or like that's just too much work, we'll go to a different store. And I think that if they did come down, they would find something that they love and they would have a great shopping experience. But it was just so hard to get traffic flow down here. Like a lot of people knew about us, but you need that extra, you need those extra people, those people just from out of town, or people that don't actually know who you are, know that you exist, that just wander in and see. And we never really got that. November and December were very like slow, sad months. Like all the vendors were busy with Christmas and holiday stuff, and it was just a lot of sitting here for hours, and 3-4 people might come down, and that's about it. And then January, we kind of like, I had a plan, and that was a good time. Like we bought more displays, we kind of set it up differently, it had a better vibe. We started doing like the live shows with vendors and stuff like that, and artists here, and that was great. And it was kind of trending upward, but around February, March, April, it kind of just like it lost its legs. That was like a hard 3 months for me, like trying to just figure out what I'm doing and what's going on. Like, and it's also hard, just you couldn't really protect our front area, just a lot of trash, and mess with like the homeless population, and it's just like a tough thing to where like your front door is so inaccessible that it's really just hard to drive people to the location. So I'm hoping that we can reopen and kind of bring that Burrow spirit that we had down here, street level. I'm hoping that it happens sooner than later, because I have a lot of loans that I need to pay off. But yeah, we're gonna make it happen. It sucks that this place is so empty. This is, I don't know, it kind of takes me back to when I first walked in and everything was like, the walls were kind of, it was like a blank canvas. And now it kind of feels like we took the canvas down and we put it in storage and, you know, no one can see it anymore. But, you know, that's kind of how it is. I'm very disappointed in the way everything worked out. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed in myself. I kind of feel like I failed. I mean, I know that I failed, and I know that it's something that, you know, after time I'll learn a lesson and blah, 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 and after spending all the money, you know, I won't do it again. Business owners have to fail, but right now it's kind of sad because there are some great times in here, and we had a lot of plans for the future and for the summer that, you know, never got to happen. I had a lot of plans with just my time with the Burrow. Like, I spent a lot of time just in here, waking up, coming in every single weekend, trying to get people down here, trying to force it. And, you know, I've learned over the past couple months that you can't force it if it's not happening, and, you know, if it's not happening, it's not working out, then you just gotta let it go. So this is kind of me letting go of the space. A lot of cool people and a lot of cool shit that we've done down here is amazing. Like, I'll always be thankful for the vendors that gave us a shot, even though things kind of seemed unorganized. I hope that, like, I left a good impression. I hope that you kind of saw the vision and you see that I don't know, we were at least trying to, you know, make it work. Sorry for if I missed some emails. I know I missed some emails, but sorry, like, if things kind of just like got too busy and I couldn't get back to you the way I wanted to or anything like that. I'm hoping that this whole process and consolidating things and kind of like moving to a more healthy work-life balance, and, you know, I'm also planning on not doing pop-ups under my brand Sir Chances anymore. I'm still gonna make content, post, thrift, but all the clothes will be going to unorthodox vintage, so that means like I'll be able to like just, you know, focus on the 2 stores and hopefully have time to, you know, take time to myself, go on a vacation, go hang out with friends, you know, maybe get back to some of those relationships that I've neglected in the past, and just be a happier person. You know, opening a business really changed me. I didn't realize how much patience I would need, how much, you know, people management it would take to do this properly and to, I don't know, to make this work. And I feel like I kind of fell behind, and, you know, once you're too far behind, it's kind of just like you can't see the top anymore. You just keep sinking. This is probably the last time that I'll be in here. Like, last time I'll be able to like use my key to get in, use my fob, you know, walk around. I don't know what they're gonna do with this building, but it might be the last time I'm ever down here. So, I don't know, just a goodbye video explaining like what happened, I guess. Yeah, putting the racks up on the wall and then 3 weeks later having to take them down because you're closed now, or, you know, getting string lights outside and we never really got to use them. It really fucking sucks. It sucks to see it go up and then, you know that it has to come right back down, and kind of all that time was wasted. I really feel bad about, like, because we have a lot of great vendors that were down here and a lot of people that believed in the Burrow. And I kind of feel like I let them down. I'm sure, like, if you ask them, you know, they understand, you know, business is business, but I don't know, I really wanted to build something cool for small businesses, and I will, and I did. But next time I just have to make sure that it's something that, you know, can last the test of time, and, you know, can be a staple in the community for the next like 3, 5, 7 years, and not, you know, 6 to 8 months. So we'll see what comes in the future. Would I do it again in the same location? No, I wouldn't. Like I said earlier, like opening this place was great, and I was in a time when I kind of got my other sort of Orthodox kind of not set, but you know, it was going, and I kind of just like YOLO'd it and opened this. And I've made a lot of decisions in that time between like last May and then August of 2022 that I think were wrong. And if I could go back in time and talk to myself right before I did it and be like, Julian, everything that you're talking about doing is stupid. Do not do it. Stop right now. Like, unorthodox, focus on that, focus on other things. Like, don't do this, it's too soon. Like, I would 100% do that, and I wouldn't have done this. Granted, like, I've met a lot of cool people, a lot of great people from this, and I hope that, you know, I would have met them another way if I didn't have the Burrow, but I can 100% say that probably wouldn't do it. It's just taken a lot. It's taken a lot of time. I don't know, I kind of feel like a year has been taken from me when I did a lot of great things, I did a lot of cool things, and you know, we did a lot of cool things. But personally, I just feel like I've just lost a year of time to do, you know, cool things with other people, or go on vacations, or you know, just a year of focusing more on Orthodox and being able to grow that. I definitely would want to take that time back. I think the drive for the Burrow definitely left my body around like February, March, and then I honestly started to hate it. Like, started to hate coming down here. Started to, you know, hate being here. Just like thinking about the Burrow, and it's my baby. Like, it's something that I love and I'm passionate about, and just kind of starting to feel that hatred for it. That just really told me that this something needs to change. If I gotta close this down and be in a bunch of debt for the next 2 years and just like work a ton just to, you know, get it paid off, then, you know, that's what I gotta do, because I'd rather do that and at least like work somewhere that I, you know, like, and be flexible than to have all that stress like weighing on me. If it's a little too truthful, I don't know, but those are my feelings. That's how it started. That's kind of like, you know, the meaning behind it. Thank you to everyone that's come here, that's come down, that has popped up in here, that has wanted a room, put their stuff in the room. I feel so bad. There's one person, they came down, they put their stuff in the room, you know, they were excited about setting up, and I had to text them like 3 days later, like, hey, we're actually closing. You know, I really appreciate everyone that believed in the Burrow and believed in the vision and my vision and, you know, building something great. A lot of my friends like have come down and DJ'd down here and, you know, played music for the first time or two, you know, for First Friday or other events that we've had. And, you know, we've had some legendary times at the Burrow. And, you know, if you were there, you're there. If you weren't, you weren't. So thanks to everyone that was there, and thanks to everyone watching. If you got to this point, I guess watch out for the Burrow 2.0. It's coming at some point. I'll still be obviously posting more videos on this channel, but when it comes to the Burrow, you know, Burrow out.